I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
You're right. We do what the bleep we want. We're back. We're here. We're around the fire pit with Dave and Matt.
We're back.
Go ahead and share us to the socials.
I'm trying to do that right now.
All right. Because let the people know that we're here.
We're back.
Yep.
What did we take? A little over a month and a half off?
Well, we kind of had to because
we all decided we wanted to travel a little bit.
Yeah. Did you travel?
I'm not allowed to.
Oh, that's right.
I went to a Red Sox game.
Okay. Well, did y'all lose? Probably.
No, we actually beat up on the Rangers, but it was the first day all the people from Scotland were in town. So it was awesome.
So we'll have to talk about that when we get the things going.
Oh, blowing it up here. Turn my speakers down.
No,
not fully.
All right. Well, when we get shared, I'll hit the music.
Group. Where are we?
Oh, we got one watching. It's probably
me. Why can't I get whatever? Why isn't it not letting me do what I want? Oh, there's a search. Oh, there we go.
You having problems there, Matt? You?
I don't know. Like I updated my phone and it's in like Facebook updated. I hate like the internet. Like I'm glad I'm gonna be out of school in 3 days or 2 days now.
Hey, did you send our guest the link?
Oh yeah, Joe's got it.
Okay. Hey, we hadn't announced the guest yet.
Obviously, you don't look at the page. I've talked about it and I tagged him.
Oh,
right. And I like bad surprise.
Okay, fine. All right, are we shared out? Everybody watching?
I think so.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hit the music, and then I'll start us off.
Pull up a chair, kick off the day. Hey! Stories and laughs coming your way. Around the fire pit, let it all unwind. Matt and Dave just talking on their minds. From wild little thoughts to the big what if. We go everywhere. Around the fire pit.
All right, welcome into the fire pit. Like I said before, I am the one, the only, the golden voice of the South, the human jukebox, Dave Adams, coming to you live and in living color all the way from the top of the state of Alabama in the Around the Fire Pit and Pod 999 podcast studios. As always, I have brought along my friend from the sweltering hot white north.
Why can't you just call it the Northeast?
Because that's not fun. That's not the bit.
I don't like your bit anymore.
Well, bit this. I brought Matt. Just Matt's here.
I'm back.
He hasn't died yet.
No, actually, I'm good now.
Damn. All right, fine. Wait, where's our comments? There we go. Comments, because we got so many people watching. But
I think it's because we threw this together. Like we've talked about doing this show, and everything just lined up perfectly with everybody's schedule.
Yeah,
and like we forgot to tell anybody until the last minute.
You put it out there a couple days ago.
Yeah, but like we know people don't look at the internet.
No, they don't. They look at my TikToks because I'm blowing up on TikTok. I'm okay with that. But we're here. I'm back from Paris. Oui.
Oh, I was gonna sing that Kanye song, but I don't know if that was allowed.
Yeah. Hey, we got somebody watching.
I think it's me again.
Oh, hey, you again. Anyway, so Paris was fun. I'm glad I got back before the heat wave set in. Because people are now jumping in the Seine River or the Seine River, Seine River, the river that runs through Paris. Right. People are now jumping through that dirty river and swimming in it to try to get cold. Did you know that there are no air conditioners in Paris? None.
Really? That's bad. That's rough.
Well, I get it. Centuries old buildings that some of those buildings, most of those buildings are older than the United States itself. So I get it. You don't have ductwork, but because they want to keep the aesthetic of the city, they don't put window units in their windows either. So my favorite thing is I've been watching on TikTok all these Europeans coming over to the United States and falling in love with our country, which we told you. But there are two things that I found hilarious. Three, really. The first thing I found hilarious was that I saw this French guy said, all these Americans, do you understand why they love air conditioning? It's 110 degrees outside, but you walk into a building and it's frigid. This is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. The other thing I love is that there are people that are falling in love with Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that's here in Boston from Scotland. Yeah. I'm assuming he's moved on to wherever they're playing Brazil, and he did a food review for everywhere, everywhere in Boston.
Yeah. And then I want you to talk a little bit about your what's happened in your city with the Scottish, because your city has been taken over with the Scots, man.
Oh yeah, and someone who comes from a Scottish heritage like myself, it was kind of it was an interesting sight. So they got here the Thursday, the 12th, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, 11th, because the 12th was Friday. So the 12th, I went into the Red Sox game, and they were everywhere. It seems, and I think they played at Gillette or Boston Stadium on Saturday.
Gillette.
Yeah, so they bulked everything together where they all went to, like, it was pretty much me, like my buddies, and everybody from Scotland at the Red Sox game that night. And then they went to the Scotland, whoever they beat on that Saturday. It was wild. They're crazy. They're loved here. Like it's I don't think, you know what I mean, a lot of people around here are like, oh, the World Cup's here, we don't want to deal with it. I don't think we could have asked for a better situation than having the Scotland team here.
Yeah. What is up with y'all running out of Sam Adams? The whole town, they drank your town dry, man.
Yeah, they did. So the funny thing about it is, like, two of the biggest brewers, obviously Sam Adams and Harpoon Brewery is in down by the seaport.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of places, like big time bars in downtown, that are like put up signs like, hey, we're closed to give our staff a break. Like we're out of beer. We're out of, like, it's been wild. There's been places out of beer for like a day or two. Luckily, there's been gaps in between games, but all these people do is drink from 24/7. We might as well just leave it at that.
Yeah. And then also, weren't the Dutch in Boston too, or was that where they were doing the Viking Row?
I didn't see anything about that. I just know, like, I don't even remember who else was here besides the Scots. I know Morocco was here. England played today.
Yeah, and they tied Ghana.
They tied, yeah.
What the hell,
and Ghana was here. So, you know, I mean, it was like I was driving through that area today, right around like when it should have been busy. There hasn't been that much traffic.
Right.
The train traffic, which everybody was talked about previously, they expected that to be the issue, was the trains, because nobody. If anybody's from around my area, it's like Foxborough is just not hotel driven.
Right. So
it's just easier for them to just stay in Boston, take the train, even though they jump the price on the train a lot.
Hey, Skittles.
Did I mess that up, Dave?
No, I did. I put her up here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Skizzle.
And the train has been the only thing that's been busy.
Yeah. I'm having a time, but I'm here, Michelle. Okay. Sisters are.
If there's one's here, the other one's definitely here.
Yeah.
It's not.
The sisters are in the same house watching it on the same couch, but thank you for both being on. I appreciate it.
We appreciate the views.
Yes, we appreciate the views. We're just sitting here talking about the World Cup in Boston, and I got back from Paris. We can talk about Paris real quick if you want.
I got a
cool
feeling
town.
we're gonna see somebody any minute now, I think.
Yeah. Paris is a cool town. I can't wait to go back eventually. But as much as I love Disney, and you know how I'm a huge Disney guy,
No way, really?
I've done Disneyland Paris now. I can say I've done it, marked off. I don't feel the need to go back. The food at Disneyland Paris sucks ass. And the food at Disney World and Disneyland itself is basically what you go for. I mean, the rides are fun, but the
Right.
food's amazing.
I didn't get through the rest of your video on that. What was it, the Indiana Jones ride?
Yeah.
Like, was that supposed to be like whoa, it's like surprise, like it's faster?
No,
or
it's
is it
just
like you think it's going to be crazy and it's nothing?
it's just nothing. So it's basically a glorified Six Flags. I was posting a lot of POVs.
That's
Is it French food? No, it's not French food.
We gotta fix these comments because I can't read them.
Okay, well here, let me do that.
Why don't we put them on the bottom like we always do? Oh, because we gotta show all comments on stage right away.
Right, we could do that. But so it's not French food. They try their best at American food. The worst of all, Casey's.
Oh yeah, we saw your video about that. You kicking and screaming.
Yeah, it is turkey hot dogs. Turkey dogs.
But they're probably like no hot dog's good for you. But I'm sure it's a little bit healthier for you.
I don't give a crap. I want my hot look. They still give you these, like they throw bacon on it, they throw cheddar cheese, they still make it crappy, but no. Like the food in Paris itself is good. Don't get me wrong. I love steak frites. I can probably go a year without eating steak frites again though, because I had it so much. But it's good. All right. So now it's time.
Oh, you got the drum roll. Put the drum roll on.
Do I have a drum roll?
We got a lot of sound effects. You paid for this.
I know I did. Oh, I do.
Just like I paid for Joe's life we established today.
Hey, Joe's here.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, wait.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Joe, I know I should have had this 2 years ago when you were the double champ, but
it hits the same.
It hits the same. I finally found all of my sound effects, and
I love it.
There you go.
I wanted the Jeremy Stevens one.
Yeah, well, that one had a bleep. There might be some kids.
Well, you bleep that one.
But that one didn't have a bleep. Here, I won't bleep this one. You ready?
Shut up, bitch.
Is that like a small children's keyboard, Dave?
Yeah. Dave's not allowed to play with things. It's just...
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. So, Joe, it's been a while, buddy. First off, tell us. First, I haven't said it yet. I know Matt's seen you since. Congratulations on the marriage and the addition to your family.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you getting any sleep?
We are. We're very lucky. We've said to everybody we've been very blessed. We only get up a couple times a night. Obviously, still tired. I wish I was sleeping the whole night through, but compared to some horror stories I've heard, we're pretty blessed.
My first child didn't sleep through the night, and that was 12 years ago. She still doesn't sleep through the night, so it could be worse, sir.
I'll take getting up twice. I can do that.
You could do that, and your wife will probably tell you that she gets up more and she just lets you sleep.
Actually, the other day she did. I know for a fact she did. I was like, "Oh, it was so nice." She's like, "Yeah, I got up 4 times." I was like, "Ooh, my bad."
Sorry about that. So tell us, just give us the Reader's Digest version, man. What's happened in the 2 years since you've been on the show?
I mean, a lot. I've been trying to stay active. I mean,
I know you have done
Matt's
a lot.
been there for the most of it.
You just want me to go through it pretty much?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can summarize it better than I can.
Married, dry humped, poked in the eye, beat a boxer,
Karate,
Oh no, he hasn't been in karate yet. He's been on since karate.
Has he? I don't think he has.
I think so because it was in between those. It was in between those two shows we had.
Was it?
I don't think it was.
When did you fight? Oh no.
It was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks before my wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last show we had him on is when Ali Zebian bitched out.
Yes.
Yeah. He was
karate.
in a karate pit.
And I called that.
You did call that. I hate that you called that because I knew you were right when you said it, but I had to pretend that I knew he was going to fight.
What else? So beating the boxer, just having a tough enough ultimate fighter guy bail on him because he wants to be a TikToker. And now
There's
actually
nothing wrong with TikTok.
No, like when you want to be a fighter, you want to fight. But now I think, Joe, honestly, for me, I think this is a better, more fun matchup for the Cage Titan fans. You want to talk about who you're facing?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. So I'm fighting John Simone. He's the brother of Ricky Simone, who fights in the UFC at bantamweight. He's filling in for this fight. I was supposed to fight Landon Quinones, and Simone's really tough. He's really good. He's coming off a loss now against another really good opponent, but he was on a 4-fight win streak against really good guys. He was dominating all of them, and he's also been staying super active. I think this is going to be his 3rd fight in 3 months. So I think it's maybe a little bit more of a difficult matchup stylistically, but I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be another one of those ones where, my fans are going to be having my back and say, Joe takes it easy money, and everybody that likes to see me lose is just hoping to see me lose, and they're just going to count me out. And I think everybody is either going to be in awe or just pissed off when I win come fight night.
So you're calling it now. Are we going to go the distance? Are you going to get a decision, or are you going to tap him out?
Honestly, I don't really know. I'm mentally prepared to go to war for 3 rounds. I mean, it's one of the few bright sides of not having title fights every fight now is, I don't have to worry about going 5 rounds. Like I can just put my foot on the gas for 3 rounds. And I've done so many 5-round fights that 3 rounds is nothing. I've come out of some of these fights and I'm just like, all right, I feel like I just got started. Now what?
That was the problem when we were at the Dakota Bush fight. It's like I totally lost track that it was only a 3-rounder and not a 5.
Yeah.
And as he was dry humping your leg and punching you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then usually you have to go into Boston to pay for people to do that.
And then at the end of the 3rd, I come up on top and I escape and I'm like, all right, give me 30 seconds to unload. And then the round ends and I'm like, that's it. And that one was frustrating too, because, at the end of the day, we all got to do what we got to do to win. But, I said good fight. And then he was like, yeah, sorry, I got tired. And I was just like, I don't know what to say to that.
Shouldn't you be? I mean, all right. So I'm not a fighter. I'm not nowhere near the shape. I know, right? I could probably go 10 seconds.
You're like me. You're a shape. Yes.
Right. I chose a circle. I'm working on it, but I chose a circle. So if you go into the octagon and you are anything but in tip-top shape, isn't that on you and not your opponent? Shouldn't you go into the fight in the best shape you can?
Yeah, and I think he did. I mean, so Dakota Bush is like, you look at him, like he's jacked. I think a lot of people, this fight included, I don't know what it is about. I mean, I do know what it is about me. I mean, look at me, but I just think I get disrespected every fight. You know what I mean? I think people respect me to a point because we're fighting and they're like, all right, this guy's a fighter. I have to give him the minimal respect possible.
Well, you got to also look at your history too. I mean, you have been a double champ.
I think people see me and they kind of throw that out the window. They're like, oh, he only won because of this, or like the guy must have had a bad night, And I know it. Like I don't look like, I'm not big, I'm not jacked, I don't look like a fighter. My style's a little different. So I think some of these guys are just like, this is gonna be an easy fight, and then they get in there with me and they're like, oh shit. And I think that was another thing for Dakota Bush. He did really good on the wrestling exchanges. He was taking me down. He controlled me very well, but I think that he thought he was going to dominate me and get me out of there in the 1st round.
Right.
You started off. Like you hit him. You hit him good,
and that was the end of the striking.
And that's why he wanted to lay down with you.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's one of those things. And I know, I'm sure every fighter says this, but people sleep on my power, and I'm accurate too. It's not just about power, but I do have a lot more power than people think because I have a tall and long build. So like, oh, endurance and accuracy, but I can throw really hard when I want to. Guys that spar me, like I don't throw hard in sparring at all. I don't like hurting people, especially like my teammates. But when paycheck's on the line, like I'm gonna hit you hard, and I think you can see it in a lot of my fights where I start hitting these guys, and they're like, "Wait a minute, you're not supposed to hit this hard for a tall, skinny guy."
Do you prefer to go to the mat, or do you prefer to spar and stand up and box?
It's kind of like a double-edged sword because I enjoy being on the ground and grappling, but like if I'm on the ground and I'm on top, I'm trying to like break your face and hit you and submit you. So it really depends on like what the intent is. Like as far as like a fight, a lot of my fights are striking battles because I know if we go to the ground, this guy's going to do everything in his power to get on top and just hold me down. If I get on top, I'm trying to choke you, I'm trying to break something, I'm trying to hit you. So if I'm on top, I'd say I'm staying on the ground. I'm more of a grappler. I started out grappling and wrestling, but most of the time we do some striking because these guys are just down.
So from a guy who's never been able to watch all of your fights, like the one fight of yours I watched, Joe, you lost, and so Matt's told me never to watch.
I actually canceled my subscription.
Yeah. So from a guy who's never been able to sit and watch a lot of your fights, just give me a blow by blow what your style normally is. Like, are you more of a ground and pound? Are you a BJJ guy? Or
does he look like a ground and pound guy?
No, he doesn't. But some of these guys
ground and pound. You think like old school? I'm thinking Tito Ortiz. He ain't Tito Ortiz.
Well, no, but I'm thinking, Iceman didn't look like a ground and pound guy for a while, but he was a get you on the ground and beat the shit out of you type guy. So, describe your style to us, Joe.
It's very fluid. I like to be flowy. I'm kind of cool to fight going wherever, but I like to dominate on the feet and kind of set the tone. It's kind of one of those things where it's like going back to like my build and how I look. A lot of people think I don't hit that hard. They think they can kind of just walk me down. And I like that. I like people thinking that they can just kind of walk me down, but I'll pick them apart on the feet. I'll be fluid. And if we end up going to the ground, then I'm looking to just take somebody's neck.
Yeah. I've got to put this out here. Did you see Michelle's comment here?
Yeah.
All right. So for the lay people who don't watch UFC, Joe,
well, that's all the only people that are on right now.
Right. Describe what ground and pound is.
So ground and pound would be putting your opponent on the ground and then hitting them, aka pounding them. So if that's your goal is to get them to the ground and beat the hell out of them.
I was going to say something else, but I didn't want a text message from your wife.
Smart.
Hey, look. You can make an innuendo out of any sport. Look at even football. They penetrate the hole. So, Joe, talk to us about, I guess, so the last time you were on here, you were, quote unquote, retiring from Cage Titan. So talk to us about how did you get back into Cage Titan? Was it just because your wife said, all right, you got the green light again, or what?
Money?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, that's a big part of it, but I think the biggest thing is, like, I came to realize that I feel like a small part of me knew it, but the biggest thing is a lot of these guys, like, outside of the UFC, they don't stay that active. Like, some of these guys fight, like, once or twice a year, and I always feel better when I'm competing and I'm fighting, so that's, like, another reason I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments recently, just to keep competing, and outside of Cage Titans, guys are putting on cards like, yeah, we'll get you a fight in February. And then I'm like, all right, cool. And then they don't get back to me and they're like, oh, but we have this fight in November. And I'm like, it's February. I'm not waiting till November. You're out of your mind. Even the only reason that I took a little bit of I don't want to say time off, but there was a delay from my November fight, besides getting poked in the eye really bad, and fighting all the way at the end of February was because Paul Veer hit me up for Cage Titans and was like, hey, we're going to MGM. You were talking about boxing. Lally wants to box you. And I was like, all right, that's huge. You know what I mean? Like, I still didn't end up being the first boxing fight there because Ozzy and Miguel had fought, but I think that I'm definitely the biggest boxing fight that's ever happened at MGM over there. So I just like to be active,
That Ozzy and Miggy fight was pretty badass.
I was dominant.
Yeah.
Yes, you were dominant. Those two were like rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah, and as a fan, I love that way more than my fights. As a fighter, I'm trying to dominate people.
Yeah. So, not to turn it away from you, but you're besides Matt, you are, I would call, the official Around the Fire Pit MMA guy.
I'll take it.
You have your finger on the pulse of the sport. Two big things have happened in MMA in the last 2 months. We got the Ronda fight, her send off, which, like it or not, and then we did have the America 250 there in the White House lawn.
Hey, Joe, where were you?
I was at the White House.
Were you really?
Yeah, at the watch party. Yeah, it was sick.
Awesome.
It was so sick. It was one of the coolest things I've ever been to.
I was gonna say, let's hit that one up first. What do you think about that?
I think it was the coolest thing that's ever been done in sports. I think that it was, everybody online, because it's making me laugh looking online at people's opinions. But if you were there, it was like one of the few times that you could sit in this country and just everybody was like, fucking America. Like,
Right.
I don't care. I don't give a shit who you voted for. I don't give a shit what you think about that. USA. That's it. That's the objective. And fights. USA and fights. Like, Michael Chandler fought on the White House card, and he was fighting Mauricio Rufy, and I'm a bigger fan of Rufy. And me and my buddies were saying, like, oh, I'm rooting for Rufy for this one. And the guy in front of us was like, you're going to root against an American on the White House card? And I was like, well, 100%, because I like him more. But if Chandler wins, I'm going to be screaming USA, because it would just be that much cooler. We're at the friggin' White House.
Right.
So yeah, it was really cool. Like everything, besides all the BS people are trying to say online, like it was one of the coolest things ever. And, we weren't like octagon side, but I was trying to explain to people, like the watch party they had, like if I was standing next to that stage, I promise you, if I threw a rock, I could have hit somebody next to the cage. Like we were right there. Like when the fights were going off, like we could hear them celebrating when they won. And then I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was saying that they could all feel and hear everybody at the watch party. And we were so close. After the fighters won, they were just walking right over. They were showing up on stage right in front of us. Like we were right there, and it was just so cool, and it was a good vibe. Cool. I did see a couple videos on Instagram after I got home. I guess there were a couple fights in the crowd. That was on the opposite side of us, so we didn't see that. But other than that, yeah, it was one of the coolest things I've been a part of her in a while.
Yeah. How was the stage set up? Was it just that freaking amazing like it looked like it was?
Yeah, so they had the whole park. They had it done up. They had a bunch of like vendors and stuff. Like Monster was there, Ram was there. Like Monster was giving out some of their new flavors like early to try out for free. Food vendors, stuff like that. And then at the back towards the White House, they had the giant stage, and then they had two massive screens to watch on, and it was really cool. They had couple like Q&As with fighters there earlier on in the day, and then they had Logan Paul showed up and did like his podcast or whatever on the stage. And then it was cool. It was cool. It was like a live podcast.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, they brought the fighters out on the stage after their fights. So, Sean O'Malley knocks out Ayman Zahabi and then walks across the street and comes and says what's up to everybody at the watch party. It was really cool. And then, Justin Gaethje has one of the greatest American performances of all time. And you see the fireworks go off in the screen, and I was recording it on my phone, and then I just like turned around, and the fireworks were right there.
Oh, wow. I will say, no matter what you think about, a spectacle like that on the White House lawn, just the guy walking out from the Oval Office, looking at the Declaration of Independence, walking down the Rose Garden with the flag draped over. I mean, come on.
That is one of those moments. It's going to go down in American sports history. Yeah. Like he was not supposed to win that fight by any means. Everybody, my three buddies that I went down there with, and everybody that I talked to at the watch party, we all said, I didn't see one person rooting for Ilia Topuria. They all said, I want Justin Gaethje to win, but he's probably screwed. And he went out there and he won every round except for the second round and made Ilia Topuria quit on the stool. Insane.
Yeah. That just the whole spectacle itself was awesome. Now let's turn the tide here. Let's go to some, maybe a little bit of a black eye on the sport. The Rousey Carano fight. I loved the spectacle itself. Matt, you and I were texting the whole. Huh?
It was awful. You want to know what was more exciting? Giannetti Bone too.
So look, just the fact that Carano and and Rousey got their send off. Cool, love it. What I was the most upset about was the fight before that. The 50-year-old men not octagon, whatever the 6-sided ring was, but the 50-year-old men in there trying to reclaim their glory days. That's a black eye.
That's the worst part. I don't even remember who was on the card. And I think Matt Brown actually said it today.
Yeah.
It was 3 weeks ago, and I don't even remember what happened.
Right.
Honestly, I don't even remember who was on the card.
I only remember because it was bad. Like Junior Dos Santos being on that card, so far after retirement and getting knocked out so bad. Like I hate to see that. And it's a catch-22 because it's like, guys that don't deserve to get paid anything more than what I get paid to fight locally were on that card making 40 grand as the minimum. So I can only imagine what they offered Junior Dos Santos to fight on that card, and money talks. At the same time, I don't know, easier said than done, but I'm sure he's got a family and siblings, and you're kind of just selling your health out for that money at this point.
But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. Let's throw in wrestling in here. It's Undertaker fighting when he's in his 50s when he shouldn't be fighting. You've made your money. Let these guys who are coming up and making a name for themselves already be on this card where you have your chance to be on Netflix.
Yeah, I think the problem is if nobody's watching it for those up and coming guys. Like MVP needed those big names, and like I said, those older guys, they're grown men. They do what they want. They kind of they're selling out their health for, I'm sure, a big payday.
Well, it's Iceman doing his last couple of fights again.
100%.
I was a huge Iceman fan back in the day, but I didn't want to see him go down like that.
The last fight, I forget if it was the third or fourth, against Tito Ortiz, and Tito
horrible.
Beat the hell out of him. That fight ended. That was one of the few fights that I was watching with my friends, and I turned and I was like, are we bad people for watching this? I genuinely felt bad. I was like, I feel like I'm a bad person for watching what just happened.
It's elder abuse.
It truly is. It's like, hell, let's put Joe Biden in the ring. I mean, it's the same.
Joe, let me ask you this, because I'm just looking at the card now, and things have started to trigger into my mind. Because I know you're petty. That's and obviously we talked about it early this morning with my pettiness. Brendan Jenkins opens up the card. A dude you kicked his head off.
Yeah, and he
won.
And you know what? I won money off of him because I knew he was going to win. The guy that he fought was terrible. It's Nate Diaz's teammate. He's just not a good MMA fighter. Simple as that. I don't know the guy personally, obviously, but he got in the UFC because Nate Diaz beat McGregor back in 2016, and he was like, yo, Dana, sign my boy. So they did. The kid didn't win a single fight in the UFC, and he's lost a bunch of fights outside of the UFC, and now he's 2 fights under 500. He's just not good. I knew they made that fight as a favor for him, and they were like, oh, we'll bring this Jenkins kid in because, he lost to me. He lost, I think, 1 or 2 more fights after that. But that's a tough dude, not just trying to, hype myself up, but, some people I know look at my question mark kick knockout of him and go, oh, whatever, that kid sucks. And it's like, no, that was a big deal because he usually doesn't get knocked out like that. He got knocked out after that, but, before me, nobody was knocking him out like that. He's a tough dude, he might not be the most technical, but at the end of the day, it's a fight, and he's a fighter. And, I knew he was going to win, but I was at first very how the hell did you get on this card making 40 grand? 40 grand would do wonderful things for my family.
40 grand for one fight.
For one fight. And it was an atrocious fight that I thought he should have won much easier. And honestly, I think at first it was pettiness and saltiness that he was on the card and I wasn't. But then what really got me was Ronda Rousey was tweeting, she was kind of trying to sell the card as F the UFC. And she was like, we care about fighters over here. It's all about us, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, no,
they
it's
got paid
not.
Shit. They got paid shit.
Yeah, it's not. Ronda.
She got paid.
Yeah, Ronda, you're getting paid. Brendan Jenkins is getting 40 grand when the guy that knocked him out is sitting at home watching him on Netflix. You don't care about the fighters. You're just trying to get Nate Diaz's boy a win, which he still didn't do because he's not good. And this is this now because it's in the hindsight. I'm not saying this anymore as even petty or salty. It's just factual. Chris Avila is just not good. Jenkins is good. People don't think he is because he's got that weird, goofy look, but he is good and he's tough. And like, you guys only signed that fight to try and do Avila a favor. You guys underestimated Jenkins the same way they underestimated me when they booked me against Jenkins.
Yeah. So how did that happen that you didn't get the call? Like, is it just you don't know the right people? What?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know. So I will say I went on LinkedIn and I reached out to the CEO of MVP and the matchmaker and a couple of the media guys, and we connected on LinkedIn. So like, they follow. I'm not the most in-depth LinkedIn guy, but a friend of a friend recommended it. But I'm
Yeah.
on there and we connected. So like, I followed him, he followed me, whatever. So like, our accounts are connected. I shot them all a message. The one of the social media guys like basically just like liked the message or like said like, I'll pass it along. And then other than that, like, I didn't really get any responses back. So I don't really know the pathways to get any fights on those MVP cards. I just don't think that there was an easy way for them to reach out to me.
Yep.
They could have just tweeted at me for all I care. 40 grand. You could send a pigeon to my house. I'll answer you.
Right. Send a raven. Send a fax. Yeah. So, all right. So MVP versus TKO, UFC, however you want to do it. How does this work? Jake Paul's big in MVP. Of course, Logan Paul is big in the TKO, WWE. How does this work now that the brothers, while they're in each other's corner, they're for opposite companies?
I think
they'll
play the system. I think they'll play the system. I think that they'll play it up. I think they'll both make a ton of money out of it. You know, like if somebody asks Logan what he thinks, he'll say Jake's doing his best, but it's stupid. The UFC's the best in the world. Then they'll ask Jake, and Jake will be like, you know, my brother's an idiot. We're the best around. People will tweet stupid shit at both of them, and then they'll both get a bunch of money. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm not personally a fan.
They know how to market.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of either guy, but they know how to make money.
I'll tell you, I wanted to hate Logan Paul as a wrestling fan. I wanted to hate Logan Paul.
I will say he does a good job.
He is damn good.
He does a good job. I will say that. Outside of everything else, wrestling,
right,
he does a phenomenal job.
I can't say that Jake is a good boxer, but Logan is a good wrestler.
Yes.
Do you think MVP is good for the sport?
I think any competition is good for the sport.
Right.
I think even just being on people's radar can only make you better. You know, I'm not giving, because they had talked about it prior, I'm not giving MVP credit for why the UFC did the White House card, but you know that they definitely felt like we got to do something. You know what I mean? And I think anytime there's competition in a market, it forces people to try and one up themselves and one up each other. So it can only be good. Whether that means MVP itself is good, it might not be, but it might force the UFC or PFL or whoever to step their game up, which will in turn make the sport good. So I think in overall it'll be good. I just don't know if it itself is the good part.
Yeah, I get it. Let's move on. One more thing before we get into your stuff, because you've got something big too we got to talk about. Conor McGregor coming back. Legal troubles for Conor. There's a lot of stuff in the background.
Why'd you have to go down to that? Can't we just talk about Conor the fighter?
Because Conor is more than just the fighter. I mean, he is a spectacle himself. Is it a good thing that Conor's back? Is it because of the name itself, or do you think the sport has moved on and now we need to make bigger names?
I think both. I think the sport has moved on competitively, but I think anytime Conor McGregor's back, fighters are getting paid more. There's more people are interested in the card. More people are trying to sell tickets. More fighters are asking to get paid to get on these cards. More people are watching. You know, if I'm in the UFC and I get put on the prelims of a McGregor card, 7 million people might watch me instead of 20,000, because now they're all getting together with their buddies to get drunk and watch McGregor, whereas usually they don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings until the main card. So now I've got more eyes on me.
You could have just thrown out Coops right there, but you threw out Buffalo Wild Wings. Man, Paul Bear is going to be pissed at you.
Hashtag not an ad.
Not a sponsor yet.
But yeah, no, I think it'll be good. Do I think Conor will do good? I don't know. I think he's got a better chance because he's fighting Max at 170, which is crazy to me. But overall, I don't know how good Conor will do, but I think it's always good when Conor's back. And I'm not a fan of Conor as a fighter or as a person, but like as far as the sport goes, I think he's good for it.
Yeah. And then I don't want to say I'm a big fan. I'm a casual MMA guy. I'm more of a wrestling guy, so I'm into the fake fighting. Uh, but it seems to me the sport is better, but we don't have the big names anymore. We don't have the Tito's. We don't have the Icemans. We don't have the Conor McGregors. We don't have the Bones out there. Is it better when the card itself is better, or when there's just that one big name at the top?
I think it's better when the card is better. I think MMA has grown so much nowadays that there's so many fans and there's so many content creators that break down every fighter and every card, and there's so many weirdos especially too. Like if you hang out on Twitter for more than 5 minutes, you'll see a tweet about some random guy that fought on the prelims who broke up with his girlfriend on a Friday night back in 2016 and that's why he's a piece of shit. Like some of these people have no lives and they just sit in their house and they just haunt fighters about every inch of their life, and it's crazy.
Right.
So I think that's another reason it's hard because of the world that we live in. You know what I mean? I think a new Conor McGregor pops up right now and does the same thing as the old Conor McGregor, he doesn't become a star. There's too many social medias too connected, TikTok, all that. People that just sit in their house and make money, just posting videos and getting into people's backgrounds. I think it's like back in the day, like when TMZ was like the biggest thing, and some people were like, "Oh, those are a bunch of sleazeballs." Now there's millions of those sleazeballs that do that from the comfort of their couch.
Right. Yeah. I get it. And that's, unfortunately that's the world we live in. As a guy who does travel agent stuff as a side gig, I hate social media, but I love social media. It is a great way to advertise, but it's the downturn of society.
100%. I feel the same way. And I even said that when I started fighting 12 years ago, before social media was what it is now. I was like, I hate this, but it's easy to sell tickets when I do this. People watch me fight. So now I got to post on it.
Right. Yep. That's the way the world turns.
I like playing video games and being on my own.
Yep. Let's turn to talk more about Joe. So Matt tells me you got a gym.
Yes, sir. Genetic martial arts.
Let's talk about it. Tell people how they can learn to fight from you.
So, Genetic Martial Arts, we actually just celebrated our 1-year anniversary since we opened. We're in Whitman, Massachusetts, 356 South Ave, back of the building. It's been really cool, man. We've got a great team. Somebody just signed up the other day and they were asking questions when they came to check it out. I tell people all the time, we lucked out with who we've had come in, even just as far as like our adult crew. Anybody, I should say, that's come in and has like too much of an ego or just like thinks, oh, I know how to fight, like I'm just here to like do the fighting. They have either seen themselves out or learned real quick that they don't know shit, and they jump right in with everybody and they've been humbled. We've had a couple guys that have come in and just start trying to, like, we don't try to like give each other brain damage every day. Like we're a team, like we're very technical, or, we push each other, we all want to work hard. And we've had guys come in just trying to give us brain damage, and they look at me and I'm like, hey, if they want to throw at you hard, hit them hard, but you're better than them, so show them why. And these guys are sitting here ready to throw up, and then they're like, all right, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. And then they have to make that decision. Do I leave because I'm soft, I don't know what I'm doing, or do I, ask questions, take it easy, and come to learn? And we have some guys on our team that now are phenomenal training partners, you know what I mean? And we've got some people that never want to compete. They just want to come get a workout in or learn jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I mean, it sounds silly to say, but I've been to a bunch of gyms. The biggest thing that I'm trying to push on my team is being a team. I've been to plenty of gyms where people are like, I don't like that guy, or this guy doesn't like them. I don't give a shit. You don't have to like each other. You don't have to hang out outside of the gym, but you're a team. When so-and-so has a competition, if you're both training, you're helping them get ready. When you're trying to push each other to get tired, you're keeping them safe. You're not doing anything stupid. And when they compete, you don't have to go buy tickets and go, but you're wishing the best for them. You're teammates. That's it. You don't have to like each other. I've had teammates in the past that I couldn't fucking stand, and I still wish nothing but the best for them because we're a team. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we have going on right now. And, like I said, we're blessed. It's just 4 walls and some mats with me teaching, but the guys and girls that have come in, we've lucked out. And I hope more people come to see it soon.
That's awesome. So 45, 46-year-old guys coming to the gym, what do you do with people like us?
We tell you, those are the 16-year-olds that have no idea how to go easy on the old guys. Stay away from them. That's everybody from 21 and up. You can trust them. Go train with them. Listen, we've got a 16-year-old. This kid is stronger than most adults that I've trained with throughout my entire career. This kid is so friggin' strong, and we have been trying to break him down and just make him a technical mastermind. And sometimes he just can't help but to flex his muscles. And if you're not paying attention, it is a miserable time. Like if you're being lazy, you will find out real quick you're being lazy because this kid is usually flexed at all times. But at the same time, we've got a couple 52-year-olds that come in and grapple, and same thing, they're strong as shit too. And I'm like, damn, I gotta take it easy. He's older, and then we start going. I'm like, oh, screw this.
So when you're sparring, getting yourself ready for a fight, are you using's the wrong word, but are you utilizing your people at your gym? Are you saying, hey, I'm going to spar with you, or do you have certain sparring partners you like to go with?
So honestly, both, and you're not wrong to say using because that is kind of part of the game. I've been used as a sparring partner. I think most guys that have fought have, or even haven't fought, have been. But I go up to the New England Cartel. I spar up there. We do MMA practice a couple times a week. I still go to Morcelli Jiu-Jitsu and get my jiu-jitsu rounds in with some of the best, like world-class black belts in the area. And then I have my guys, and I don't spar hard, so it's even nicer when I say it. But I do use them as sparring partners.
Yeah.
Like guys, MMA day or kickboxing sparring day, bunch of guys are in the room. I'm right in the rotation, so they'll spar this guy, and then I'm like, hey, you and me next, and they're like, oh, sure, and they're not happy about it. But I'm not hurting anybody, Like I'm gonna beat them technically. I'll point them, do whatever, make them tired. But I'm working what I need to for my fight, and they get to work with somebody that's better than them without getting brain damage, Because
Right.
I've worked with guys that are better than me, and I walk out of the round, I'm like, I don't feel any better. I feel like I'm worse at this.
So you got your fight coming up. Promote the hell out of that, and then what's next for Joe?
I did, Dave. Obviously, you didn't read my notes that I put in all.
I did, but I'm letting Joe do it.
But we're not even at his fight yet. Joe, can we talk a little bit about what went on last weekend? I'm very intrigued by what my $20 went to.
So last weekend I had a jiu-jitsu tournament. That was kind of like what I was saying earlier, actually, that the more I compete, the better I feel, whether it's at tournaments or at fights. So I had another jiu-jitsu tournament. I was competing over at Naga in Hanover, and I did the expert division. It was 170 to 179. I got first place. Matt texted me and popped in, and then was out of there before I even saw him. But I did get first place. He sent me $20 and went right for my Chick-fil-A fund. I went and got 2 Chick-fil-A deluxe sandwiches and some fries, and absolutely tore it up.
That was supposed to go towards a Red Bull for the guy you choked unconscious.
No. He signed up for what he got. I will say,
that was rough.
Yeah, I was nervous for a second. I will say, because he's from Precision Jiu-Jitsu. It's Sean Melanson's gym in, I forget if it's Maine or New Hampshire. Really good school. But his match right before mine, he snatched up a leg lock so fast. And I like leg locks. I'm cool with leg locks. I consider myself good at them. But with being 4 weeks out from a fight, it's kind of like a little nerve-wracking, like, if this guy grabs my leg, it's not worth fighting it. So if he gets a good bite, I'm not defending it. I'm tapping immediately. And so I told all my team afterwards, I was so nervous about that match because, like, if he touched my leg, I would be halfway to tapping because I have a fight. That's what I get paid to do. I don't get paid to do jiu-jitsu. So I went in there, and I'm going to post the video, but I kind of grappled so weird. Like at one point, I was baiting a triangle and he grabbed it, and then he was going for an armbar, and I sprawled out just so my feet were like 6 feet away from him. I was like, whatever you do, just don't touch my feet. I need to fight in a couple weeks. And then I ended up catching him in a Darce choke, and I'll tell you what. At first, I got it, and I was like, this guy's really good. I don't think he's gonna tap. And then he didn't tap, and I squeezed as hard as I could possibly squeeze, and he still didn't tap. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna burn my arms out. What do I do? And then the ref was like, are you okay, bud? And then I looked up, and I still had the choke, and I was just like, I don't know if he's awake. And then he's like, he like slapped him, and the guy didn't move, and he's like, all right, get off him. And I was just like, my bad.
He was out.
He was out for a minute. It's never.
How long? I was going to say, how long does it take for you to put a guy to sleep?
If I get a good bite, I could put somebody to sleep in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's how long it took you to put out bone.
Yeah, just about. But yeah, no, I think it was one of those things where, because at one point his head almost did slide out, and I readjusted. So I think he thought he was going to get his way out, and then I got a really good bite on it, and then it was over. I was just more nervous that like even after he woke up, he just still seemed like he wasn't putting it all together. And then they brought us to the center of the mat, and he walked over to the wrong mat, and I was like, oh, jeez. But I bumped into him later in the day, and I was like, hey, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Thank you for the match. He was a super nice guy. And that's what I love about that gym, Precision Jiu-Jitsu. You know, like I said, Sean Melanson, like they're all dogs, competitors. They're here to scrap, but they're all nice guys. So it was really cool to beat somebody from that gym and compete against somebody from that gym.
Yeah, it was a wild experience being like, that was my first, like my non-MMA event. And like when I texted you, I was like, is it normal for kids from like 8 to 10 running around with samurai swords?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, actually it is.
That's hilarious.
So the first tournament I ever did, it was when Naga really started getting active and coming to Massachusetts all the time. It was I want to say it was at BU they held the tournament. And same thing, a bunch of these kids were winning first place, and they give you like a samurai sword. Now they give you like a kind of mini samurai sword, and they have some big ones still for like the somewhat older kids. But when I started, it was just big old samurai swords given to 5-year-olds. Like, congrats, you got first place. And my very first tournament, I'll never forget, these kids were unsheathing the swords and running around, and they're not sharpened, but they're not round. They're still swords. And these kids were running around. I'll never forget. It was somebody comes over the speaker, and they were like, Boston PD is getting a little nervous. Could parents please take their children's sword and lock them in the car until the tournament is over? And I was like, that's probably a good idea.
Yep. One of our friends, maybe Cage Fighter MMA would help my insomnia. Going to sleep in 20 seconds sounds amazing.
We can make it happen.
All right, Michelle, I don't think
we'll find you a gym out there.
Yep.
Well, that's not the kind of sleep you want, though.
I will say I have been choked out before. It does feel like the greatest nap of your life, but it's like that.
Yeah. I was going to say, so I've never had the pleasure of being put to sleep like that. Does it hurt?
No. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Because my whole team was there. Probably a month ago, right before my fight got booked, I was at Morcelli Jiu-Jitsu, and I was training with one of my teammates, Jesse. He's another black belt, really good, has some tricky chokes, and shot a double leg. He grabbed my neck. I started passing across his legs, and he had my neck good, and he's really good at these chokes. And I was like, all right, I know I have a couple seconds before I got to tap. And I saw him, so the choke he was doing, he picked up his elbows to squeeze. So I was like, all right, if I can just reach up and pull that elbow down, I'm good. Like, I'll be able to pop my head out. Next thing you know, I was out. And I've been choked out, not too many times, but after the first time I got choked out, I know when I went to sleep. A lot of people wake up and they're like, what happened? I knew immediately. So I was fighting off this choke, and then I was looking up, and one of my teammates was doing they shake your legs when you get put out. And I popped back up ready to wrestle. And then I realized it wasn't the same person that I was just wrestling. And I was like, son of a bitch. And I turned around, and he was behind me laughing. And I was like, you son of a bitch. And they were like, you can go take a seat and sit down. I was like, no, let's finish the round. Like, I'm fine. And everybody was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, you choked me out. And they're like, you know where you are? I'm like, yeah, I got choked out. But yeah, it's really not that bad. I'm sure it doesn't look great, but it's not that bad.
Yeah. Eric asks, is it like being put out before surgery?
Honestly, knock on wood, I've never had a surgery that I need to get put out for. So I'm not sure.
Okay. I hadn't either, so knock on wood myself.
I've had a lot of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, Matt's had a couple here recently.
Yeah, so that was my Naga experience of just watching it from watching an 8-year-old match, and then watching Joe's match, and then the big dude who came on after you, whose opponent wasn't there yet. That's I wanted to see that dude fight.
So do you know so his opponent was supposed to be the guy I just choked out. They were doing the absolute bracket.
Oh.
So the absolute bracket is whatever skill, whatever weight, they throw everybody in this bracket, but the winner gets a cash prize. So that's the whole gist of it. Is so my bracket was at 170 to 79. I choked the kid out. Obviously, he was planning to win or not get choked out if he lost. He was signed up for the absolute bracket as well. So that big dude shook my hand after I got off the mat. It was like, good match. I was like, oh, hey, thanks, man. He went on the mat. And then I turned around and I saw my opponent's name to go against him. And I was like, you guys can't let this guy grapple again. He just got choked out. Like, he there's absolutely no way. And they were like, "Oh, well, we'll give him like 5 minutes." And I was like, "He's not competing. There's no way." And I
You
ended up
had no
bumping
idea
into
what
him,
it
and
was.
yeah, I bumped into him literally 2 minutes later, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm good for the day."
Yeah, there was some massive dudes like towards the end of the day.
There was one, I don't know if you saw him, the big guy in the blue rash guard. He was across from my mat. So he was actually, the last time I competed, I did the absolute bracket too. He was in my bracket, and I lost to somebody on points. The guy just like held on to me. He was like 250, and he beat me by 2 points. And then that guy had to face this other guy who was like a Canadian, like wrestling champion who's never lost a match. And I was like, everything happens for a reason, because that guy was like 280, just shredded. And I was like, yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to win this one.
Yeah, it was a very, and I don't know if I said this to you, but I know I said it to my other friends. I'm like, oh no, I said it to you, Dave. I'm like, travel baseball parents are fucked. Like,
Yeah.
just insane. Like, it was almost 100 times worse at Naga with these little kids and the parents like toes right up to the mat, and like the camera. Like, I understand coaches, like you had your camera out for your dude who fought before, and Danielle had her camera out. I saw that. Like, that's fine. But these parents, like, right over the top, and then choke them, throw them in an arm bar, and it's just like, dude, they're 8.
Yeah, it's
Like,
funny because
now no matter what happens, it happens. Like,
yeah, like now having a son, everybody always asks, like, "Oh, I bet you can't wait till he fights." I'm like, I hope my kid never fights. I hope he plays baseball or soccer and gets a Ferrari by the time he's 19. Like, fighting sucks, but he'll train when he's growing up. But I'm not looking forward to if he wants to compete in jiu-jitsu when he's a kid, because it's true. These parents are crazy, and you'll see like really high-level guys post against it, which I love. Some of these parents will make an Instagram account for their kid to promote them, but then they run it. And so they'll comment talking shit to another 8-year-old, like on social media, like, night, you just took a nap. And I'm like, that kid's 8. Like, what are you doing with your life?
That's stupid.
It's
the
so
parents.
bad.
Think about it. Think about the biggest person out there right now. It's that stupid baby Gronk kid for
Same
football.
thing.
His parents deserve to go play in traffic.
Yep. There's a special place in hell for sports parents. And look, I am all about being your kid's biggest fan. 1000% be your kid's biggest fan. But when it turns into something when you are bad mouthing another kid, there's a special place in hell.
Oh, 100%. And like, I also think about it too, because these parents will record and post videos of other 8-year-olds like getting their shoulder dislocated or getting choked out. Most like really little kids jiu-jitsu tournaments, they don't even let you finish the submissions. But
I noticed that.
Yeah, which that I like. But like, there are high-level kids tournaments where there are 10, 12-year-olds getting their arms dislocated or shoulders, whatever, or choked to sleep. And like, parents will post those videos, and I'm like, I just choked a guy unconscious last week, and I kind of feel bad about, like, I haven't posted it yet, but like, I feel bad. I'm still contemplating posting the end where he gets choked out, but like, you can't clearly see him tap, so it's like, it looks weird to post it and then just cut to me getting my hand raised. But like, these parents will post it with no shame, like, "Oh, look at my baby just choked out all these people," and then all of a sudden it's an 8-year-old unconscious on the mat. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, Eric's right. Don't get me started on dance parents. Look, my daughter dances. I've seen those dance parents. They're bad.
They're all bad. They're all crazy.
Yeah.
And like,
They had a reality show about them. Just think about that.
Hell, because of dance moms, we got JoJo freaking Siwa. Can we please take that one away?
So when I fought at Foxwoods the first time, we went down there for weigh-ins, and there was a dance competition that weekend, and we had to walk through all the dance moms to get to the scale. And some of these moms like tearing into these little girls, I was like, I don't know if I'd talk to my parents again if they spoke to me like that.
Right.
Like,
there's a big trend in the millennial, Gen Z, adult generations of leaving, not talking to your parents, going no contact. You're going to see a big trend of these kids going no contact.
Big time. It's insane. And like,
yeah,
I don't get it. And my worry is, if my kid ever competes, I don't care if you win, if you lose, I hope you do your best. Obviously you don't get hurt. If somebody says some shit like break his arm or like celebrates them getting hurt, I can't guarantee I don't slap him in the mouth. Like,
Yeah, there's a reason that God gave me girls because I would be that ballpark dad. So I get I get a little too into it, but to me it's not break that kid's arm. It's my kid struck out. What the hell are you doing?
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is like that at the end of the day, it sucks and you can kind of ride him for it, but it's not,
right.
Nobody's getting hurt.
Right. Yeah. Michelle. See, I'm that way, Michelle. If I had a son, I'd go off on my kid, not not the other way around. So I get it. I get it. All right. So we're at an hour. We gotta wrap this up. But Joe, talk to us about, promote the next fight, then promote what's going on after that.
Saturday, July 18th, I'm fighting John Simone. Not the main event. Don't know if I'm the co-main event. Fine by me. That means I get to go hang out afterwards after I whoop this dude's ass.
I got pizza.
And we got pizza. You guys can watch the fight on Spectation Sports. You can use code Genetti. You can't. I'm sorry, but Matt told me you can't.
I'll watch the replay.
Yeah, you can watch the replay on YouTube. Anybody else can. If you're local, you can grab tickets from me personally, or you can go to my Instagram. I have the link in my bio. Ticket sales, fighters get commission out of it. So if you go through me, I appreciate it. We'll have T-shirts on the website at GenettiMMA.com on Friday afternoon. And yeah, follow Genetti Martial Arts on all social media. After this fight, we're going to get big on like posting some like tidbits and tips videos. So if you don't have a gym near you, but you want to learn a little something, we're going to be posting stuff.
That's awesome. You're in our group. Please promote it. I want you to see the links in our group. I want to help any way I can. Look, I'm here in Alabama. There's no way I can help from here, but if I can help promote any way on my socials, let me know.
For sure. Definitely.
I would love to help you out, Joe. I see big. I've said ever since I've known you, I see big things in your future. I've seen the stuff I've seen. I want Dana to call you and say, "Hey, why are you not on my card?"
We're gonna make it happen.
You want that? I just want Joe to remember a date. I just want him to. So if anybody knows, and I'm gonna throw Joe under the bus on his bad.
I mean,
Joe is my, obviously everybody knows my connections with the Savannah Bananas. Joe has been to many of the games with me, him and his wife. I want to say this morning. Was it this morning?
It was this morning.
It was this morning, and it's probably the 7th time since I got the ticket.
It has been.
He's asked me the date of the game.
In my defense, it's not a good defense, but in my defense, I more so meant because they do 2 games back to back for that weekend. Are we going?
Why would I book a Friday?
I don't know. I just needed to double check. Listen,
Matt.
So
in Joe's defense, he's got a kid.
Yeah,
let him. The brother doesn't sleep.
So in my defense, because I've done it before, the town next over in Rockland, they do a Christmas stroll every year, and so me and the wife usually go. Well, 2 years ago, I was like, oh, it's on December 6th, whatever date it was. It was a Saturday. I was like, let's go. We've been going the last however many years. So we show up, and nobody's there. The streets aren't blocked off. I found parking down the street, no problem. We walked over. There's no vendors. There's no horses doing the sleigh rides. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I go back on Facebook and look at the event. It was the next day. We showed up a day early. And I was like, I swear to you, it's been this day ever since I was like 10 years old. And she was like, well, it's tomorrow. So now every year when we go, I have to double check before she even lets me walk out the door to make sure it's the right day.
I created a private event page just for Joe.
That's awesome. What you need to do is just put it on his calendar. For his
that's
phone,
what I did. I put it on my phone calendar after he made the group. I was like, it's in the phone calendar. It's locked in.
Yeah. Why did I text you? Oh no, because I was being petty.
Yeah.
I sent you the website on how to you can pay for bad Google reviews.
Oh.
Hey Matt, we've got Joe on, and you've got your right? You've got your connections. When are we getting the Savannah Bananas on? When are we getting?
I can't get Jesse on. I'll never get Jesse on. Why
not?
That'll never happen. You want to know why I got a better chance? I have a better chance of Jesse Cole coming to my tailgate party at the Bananas game than getting Jesse on the podcast.
Okay. What about Jackson Olsen? Can we get Jackson Olsen?
I'd rather go play in traffic than have Jackson Olsen. But he is dating Pat Sajak's daughter. Good for him.
He is dating Pat Sajak. Good for him.
Will
What a guy.
One last thing before we go, because I told Joe I was going to give my hot take on this.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
It has been 2 years. I finally rewatched, and I'm like you. It's like I wasn't going to watch it. I was there, pissed at the world, everything. I rewatched it. You won rounds 2, 3, and 5. You won the fight.
Is that the one where he lost his belt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you got kicked in the nuts and poked in the eye.
Which
so should that have?
I will say my biggest regret, I've said to everybody, my biggest regret, and I did a couple things wrong that night, but my biggest regret of that entire fight was getting up after getting poked in the eye so fast, because the trash team in his corner, and if you know who they are, you know who they are. If you don't, you don't.
I do.
But they're trash. Every single one of them. Absolute scum of the earth trash. Walked around the cage to where I was writhing in pain on the floor and started talking shit to me while I was holding my eye and calling me a pussy and saying that you're the biggest, insert any word you want, if you try and let the fight end like this, that my ego got to me and I stood up and I said, I'm going to knock this kid the fuck out. Told the ref I was good. And as soon as the fight said go, from here over, the right side was all white. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have to just circle and try and get him over to my other eye where I could see. And I couldn't see anything out of that eye. And
there was barely any time left, right?
Yeah,
Joe,
and there was no time left.
100% that was his strategy.
Yeah, 100%. And it 100% is the biggest regret of that fight. I wish I took the full 5 minutes and then I could have taken that last minute or whatever it was and done what I needed to do.
Yep.
And he still makes shitty drinks.
Still makes shitty drinks. That's all I've heard from people that aren't even biased.
I do go on music bingo night now. It's pretty cool. He doesn't work, so it's okay.
Hey, Joe, I appreciate it, man. This has been a fun night. I
of
really
course,
do.
It's good to be back.
Every time you come on, it's a great time. We really do appreciate you coming on and talking fighting with us. Anytime you want to come on, you are more than welcome to just text Matt and say, hey, I got a free hour. Let's go.
Oh,
Hell
you
yeah.
want to know what might be fun, Dave? If I
What's
can
that?
pull this one off, since I'm going to have both Joe and Sean in the same location.
Oh,
From the tailgate party.
Go live on the group.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
We might have to have a little bleep thing every 5 seconds. So.
Probably.
Well, like Sean's going to be on the grill. He doesn't know he's going to be on the grill, but he's going to be on the grill.
He doesn't know yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know these things. It's like I said, it's going to be a fantastic time. I'm like I said in the post, Joe. I'm going to the Braintree Farmers Market that morning. I'm buying us our salsa,
Hype.
ready to go.
That
Now
was
we
the
just
most
have to wait
Boston
months.
thing I've ever heard you say.
Salsa.
Salsa, buying us our salsa.
I thought you were going to call me out for being a loser for going to the farmers market.
And I forgot farmers market was in there. Farmers market with some salsa.
yeah, but I'm excited about Joe's upcoming fight, and like if you're a New England MMA fan, like it's a good card. You know what I mean? Like when you have a person like Joe and Andrew Valdina on the same card together with Hillary Rose, like as your top 3 fights, that's you as a New England fan, you can't ask for much more. You got some of these promotions out here pushing fights, and the cards suck. Like unfortunately, like the New England. I'm not going to name companies because I don't care. Like there's the people in Maine, there's the people on the North Shore. Like they're posting cards, and like I'm not saying I'm the most knowledgeable MMA guy, but when I don't know your name and I have to go into Tapology to figure out who you are, like that's a problem. And they're promoting it like this bad guy versus this guy, and it's like, I don't see it that way. Like, am I excited? Like when we got Valdina, you, Hillary Rose, Ozzy, and I think Jack Congdon's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry, Paul Bear hasn't announced. He's supposed to announce that on the 15th. He hasn't done that yet.
All right. Well, hey, Joe, like I said, anytime, man. Anytime
appreciate it,
you're
guys.
welcome to come on the show. Again, congratulations on the marriage, the kid, the gym.
Thank you very much.
And knock the shit out of this guy.
Will do.
All right. Tap him out for me, too. Why don't you? Knock him out
2 for 1.
and then tap him out.
I don't know if that's allowed, but like you can try.
Whatever.
Whoa.
All right, so let them know, man. What's your socials? Give your socials one more time, then we're going to sign off here. Joe, hey, you
sleeping?
There? Joe,
is he sleeping?
Apparently he is.
Did he just like
he just peaced out on us?
Does he know he's still here?
I don't know. All right, Joe's still here. Matt, give Joe's socials out one more time. Here, I'll pull him off.
No, he's not. You're still here.
He's unplugged him. Okay. Bye, Joe. All right, give Joe's socials one more time, Matt.
So if you want anything regarding his fighting stuff, it's Giannetti MMA. It's on what's he on? He's on
Twitter,
he's on X, TikTok. All his fights can be found on YouTube.
Not for me though.
No, you can watch them on YouTube now.
Well, at the former fights.
Yeah. If you want to watch his upcoming fight, Spectation Sports, when you go in there, they're gonna ask for a promo code. His last name, capital letters. A portion of that stuff goes towards him. Tickets. There's gonna be a ticket link. I'm gonna actually try to share that into our group tonight.
Please do.
Anybody in the Massachusetts area, I still have 4 seats in my box. 4 seats in Matt Vander's box. You can't get much better than sitting with me.
Mike.
It's
questionable.
Dave, you saw the price tag I gave you.
Yes, you did.
What so Joe goes, yeah, wait, what? I said thank you, and that was over. It's like, no.
That's awesome.
The best part is he thinks we're on Zoom. If you're local and you want to know anything about the gym, Giannetti Martial Arts, it's all the same thing. It's on all his socials. I was going to start a little competition with him about something, a little fundraiser, but we'll hold off onto that until I think if he pulls this off and somebody pulls something off in August, we're going to have a massive thing in the fall. So we're going to hold off on.
You think we'll have a title match?
We're going to have part 2 in my eyes.
Ooh,
at the new venue.
Let's go.
That might be the one we start fundraising for Dave to get up here for.
Yep, we might have to do something like that because although every match I've watched, he's lost. So
no, but you've watched him on TV. You haven't watched him in person.
That's true. All right. Well, hey, that's Around the Fire Pit. Thank you for joining us this week. Matt, I don't know. Maybe next couple of weeks we'll see what the
yeah. What's next? Next week's 4th of July week, right?
Yep. Next week's 4th. So I've got a lot of planning I got to do.
That's out for me. The week after we could possibly. No, nobody cares about the World Cup that much.
Although if U.S. plays England on July 4th, that's not going to.
No, they already said it can't happen.
Oh, can't happen anymore. Okay.
No. And I think it makes it even worse. With them tying today.
Everybody saying just Dave. Come on, just Dave up there.
And we could do it that next weekend, but the next week after that is Joe's fight. I think they're gonna do an open workout on Wednesday or Thursday, maybe. I might try to go down to Plymouth and I'll go live for that.
That's awesome. Good.
I won't be able to go to weigh-ins because I'm gonna go see Shinedown.
Heck yeah.
And then the fight on Saturday, I might do a day in the life of Matt Manders going to Cage Titans 77.
Heck yeah, do that. That'd be awesome. So we're only what 23 fights away from Cage Titans 100. That'd be a big fight.
Yeah, they got it's. I mean, so they'll do this one. They'll have one in September. I'm gonna guess November. It's usually November, December, January. Yeah, so they're getting there. You know what I mean? They push out cards. You know what I mean?
That's great.
It's like I said in my last thing. It's like if you're an MMA fight, a legit MMA fighter in New England, and you need to fight for Cage Titans, there's nobody better than dealing with Michael Polver. And somebody that I've actually gotten close to recently is Nick Haler. He's the photographer and the marketing guy for Cage Titans. He's actually he did a lot of our baseball in-game photos for senior day.
Yeah.
We paid for him to come in and he did an awesome job. So
so real quick, the Snyder sisters are getting mad saying that if it's just Dave, no more Snyder views. So
what's going on?
Just Dave coming up. They're mad that you said just Dave coming up to the Cage Titan fight.
You guys, like, hey, let's put it this way. If it's in Plymouth, I have 8 seats in my box at all times.
There you go.
If it's at MGM, that's a whole different animal. I remember I didn't get to go to that. I had something placed on my right side that didn't allow me to attend that.
Something that kept him alive.
Yeah, something kept me alive and kept me away from watching them in box.
Yeah.
So
Matt and I will talk. We've got a couple of shows that we want to do. There's one serious show that Matt talked about doing. Sorry, she's a Lucas. Or Luke's.
Wow.
She. Sorry, I'm sorry.
But when you can go SS, it kind of sounds better.
Yeah, it does sound better. There's one show that Matt said that he would like to do. It's a little bit of a serious show. I don't know.
I barely remember. Can you text it to me? Because I don't remember.
The kidney, the transplant idea.
Kidney transplant idea?
We were talking about this like a month and a half ago.
Dave, I don't remember what I had for lunch.
That's true. Okay, I'll retweet it back to you.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad I'm living too.
We are too. I'm glad that Matt's finally not an asshole and talked to me again. So,
yeah, I cut a lot of people out and then I brought them back in.
Well, Matt's still an asshole, but in the words of how I talked about Nick Saban, he's my asshole. He's our asshole. So
yeah, I am the asshole of the fire pit.
Right.
I'm the guy that's going to take your full beer and just throw it away.
He won't drink it anymore, but
because I won't drink it. It's like I need to figure out how to get sponsored by Smart Water. Does 50 still own this?
I don't know if he does.
He was Vitamin Water.
He was Vitamin Water. Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. All right.
It's the only thing I drink.
Yeah. For now, we appreciate y'all being around the fire pit. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.